today's unboxing, we would cover the first half of this portion. And there are other steps is in case if there are escalations, if bot is not able to handle or bot determines that certain use cases or require a human intervention, then those can be routed back to a human agent. But in today's session, we'll cover what happens when a customer calls in to a contact center or to a business, and how those calls can be directed to Agentforce Voice and utilize agents to be able to answer those queries. So we have a Salesforce Service Cloud Voice and Agentforce Voice enabled on this org. And the first thing we want to do is we try to figure out, okay, where do we go and set up and enable Agentforce Voice and get the configuration going. So within Salesforce, that's one great thing within Salesforce. There's only one place to go and set up the entire system. That is go to the setup and you start the journey there itself. So in this case, everything on the left-hand side, what we see is the setup menu options, all the different features and use cases that can be enabled within Salesforce. In today's session, we're going to do Agentforce Voice. So let's just search for Agentforce Voice. There you go. We have Agentforce Voice setup instructions, and we'll just go ahead and follow step by step what is trying to propose and what's recommending, and we'll try to start building this. So the first step to get the Agentforce Voice set up, we want it's instructing us to create a voice-enabled agent, and so there is an option to just go to Agent Builder and create a voice-enabled agent. Now let's get started on creating an agent that can handle voice calls. So in today's demo, what we're going to do is we have the hybrid work policy. So I want to create a bot to handle any queries related to hybrid work policy. So I'm just giving agent what I'm looking for. I want the bot to respond to queries or questions related to a hybrid work policy. That's what I'm looking for. And we're going to use a kind of a copilot or pseudocode based development to do it. Okay, let's fill in so policy support agent. Some of these are populated. We'll say MC, company description, we'll say MC Tech, technology, and then we have we can create a new user. In this case, we'll have a user that we have. Let's the Agentforce service agent, and we have the support one. So let's take the support agent that we have. Then move forward to the next set of instructions. So based on the description that we provided, it automatically populated all the related queries that a user can ask. We'll keep all of these added. We're good to go. We'll verify once we get to the bot builder how all of those are being laid out. And the next section is data source. We want to provide the bot what our hybrid policy is, a document. So we have this document already uploaded into Salesforce Data Cloud. Since it's taking some time to get that uploaded and processed, I just have this already created. So all it involves is if you have any documents that are related to the content that you want the bot to utilize as a data source or knowledge base for it to use as a reference to answer any queries. That's all that is part of it. I guess those are all the 4 steps it's asked us to create, update, and let's create the bot. Now the bot created, and what we are seeing here is the bot builder interface. These are various particular topics on which a customer could ask questions related to this bot. And in case if a question aligns with one of these topics, then obviously we need to tell the bot what action it should take. And there is one predefined actions that are being defined within Salesforce, and one of that is answer questions using knowledge base. So in this case, since we already added our knowledge base, which is a document that outlines as to what our hybrid work policy is, and we are just adding that action that says answer questions just using that knowledge. It's as simple as that. and it has automatically Salesforce Agentforce automatically determined that this would be the right action based on the details that we have provided or the description we provided as to what our anticipation is on what this bot is supposed to do. Similar to that, it pretty much for all of these topics, it automatically added the same action to go and answer the questions utilizing the knowledge, and the same for all of these. And what we're looking at, connections. Currently, we have a messaging enabled. We'll test the messaging, and then we'll go to the phone channel. And the hybrid one, this is what we're looking at is from a data perspective. We added the data library, which is the file that we uploaded about our own policy, and we can upload more files as needed. But one of the files that we uploaded is the PDF document that outlines what the hybrid work policy is. Rest of the ones are additional details that can be utilized from a context perspective. If you want additional details for the voice calls, and language, of course, we want to keep it English and the tone be casual. Any event logs that get generated based once we start utilizing the bot will go to the event logs. So that's as simple as it can be for this one. Let's activate. We have everything that we added onto the bot, and we want to first test it utilizing the chat interface, using the messaging interface that we have already enabled in the messaging connections. Once that one is successfully tested, then we'll move on to enabling the bot for voice. So in order to first test it, let's activate the bot. So the bot says it's ready to answer any questions. Let's fire a question. I want to know if I can work from home every day. Let's see what the bot says. Yep, looks like it didn't make it through. Let's ask it again once more time. Oh, here, okay. The question is probably I did not answer that question, but it should find yeah, it's a good catch, Tony. So I'm asking the wrong question. That's why I didn't find it. So I had a typo where instead of home, I'm typing here. So saying can't find specific information. Okay, so can I work from home every day? Then obviously, then it answered what the policy is, and that we have to work from office minimum 3 days. Okay, then I want to know which days I can work from home. Hopefully this time I will be spelling home correctly. Okay, so it answered what are the dates I can work from home. So it's good, it's all functional. Thank you, Tony, for catching it. So now that we tested the bot is functional, we're all good. So let's go back to the steps, what we're supposed to do. So the first step is to create the voice enabled agent, which we did, and as well as we tested that it is functional. So let's move to the next step, what we need to do to connect that bot to a phone call to support voice. Okay, so the next step says we need to configure call routing and this is call escalation to agent, but the first portion is we want to configure call routing to whenever the phone call comes in, we want to instruct Salesforce to route that phone call to the agent that we created. So let's go to the flow that's going to connect the phone call to the bot. So there are various different flows that are available in Salesforce, and specifically from a routing work item standpoint, the flows that would help route work items related to communication channels, then we need to use omni-channel flow. Okay, so we are in omni-channel flow, and So just a bare bones flow that the Salesforce has provided out of the box. And in here, what we're looking for is whenever the flow gets triggered on a phone call, we want that phone call to be routed to the agent. So we'll go ahead and configure what the route we want to utilize. So all we just gave a name and create automatically enabled the API name for it, which is internally used inside Salesforce. But what we're looking at is how many work items we want to route. At this point, every single phone call we want to route. And there's a route ID. So this is the ID that is referring to the voice call record it creates. So there's a mandatory requirement that we specify a Salesforce record ID for that. This is just a Salesforce way of tracking a work item record ID for which the routing is happening. And then followed by, in this case, we are specifically trying to create route for phone channels or phone calls. So you select the phone and then the agent, we want to route it to agents. So we select, we can route it to multiple different destinations, but in this case, we want to route it to agent directly. And we select the agent, and this should list our agents that we have. And that is, so the one that we created, let's refresh and look at the one that we created. So policy support agent is the one that we created. See if, I hope I can move this. Okay, this is the one that we created, and this is policy support agent. Let's select policy support agent in here. And then queue for the fallback. This is for escalation path, or if in case if something doesn't function, then what is the fallback mechanism where the call should be directed to. Okay, so those are all things that we need to do. So this should be done here. Let's save it. I thought I gave the flow label. So we want it to provide again. We'll go ahead, give it again, and then save it. Okay, so we have the flow saved, and let's activate the flow. Okay, so we're done with the flow. We go back to the instructions again. So we created the voice agent first, and then we created a flow and pointed the flow to the agent that we created. Now the next is we need to get a phone number where we should be calling to get to that agent. So in here we already, the way to get the phone numbers is there's an option to get new phone numbers. At this point, through this interface, this should list based on the country of where you want to have those phone numbers. You can select all of these for voice calls and SMS. In our case, we already gone through this options and selected a phone number. So we'll skip that. And what we're looking at here is once you complete the process, you'll see all the phone numbers get automatically provisioned, and once Salesforce is going to light up that phone number, then the status will be changed to live. So once that phone number goes live, then the next step is getting this phone number, or any calls that are coming to this phone number, we want those to be getting routed through the omni-channel flow that we created. So for that, so what we have is you have a new channel here, and that's where you select what is the phone number and what are the details you do. So we have the phone channel, And in here, we select what is the phone number, and for that phone number, we have an option saying what is the omnichannel flow we want those phone calls to go to. So let's see what all it's going to display. And it's saying I need to go and search. Let's get our flow name and search. Okay, so how the flow that we just created, go ahead and save that flow. Just since we updated it, let's deactivate and activate one more time. Okay, so go back to the instructions. So we created an agent, we created the omnichannel flow pointing to an agent, and then we procured a phone number for our channel, and then we associated that particular phone number to the omnichannel flow that we created. So this should connect all the dots, wherein we got a phone number for customers to call us, and then eventually when it comes to Salesforce, we created the flow to have it route to the Agentforce Voice agent that we created. So that should enable everything. So we'll go back to the flow that we created and see what all things that we have. So these are all the various different sessions, like interactions that happen. So this should have everything that we have chatted before with the bot. Go back. Yep. Well, this one should have a lot of things that we have chatted with it in terms of what it is doing. Okay, so with that, since we have completed all the steps, let's go ahead and make a phone call. Okay, I'll end it. So looks like it's not going anywhere. So we need to see where I missed something. So in this case, go back to instructions. We created a voice agent. Let's explore the voice agent and see what happens. So we have the topics. Oh, so we have the connections, but I did not connect the phone channel to the bot yet. Only it has messaging, so it's not coming. So I need to go ahead and add telephony for it to know that it needs to respond to voice calls. Yes. Add to agent. Oh. Yes, optimize for voice.
You may need to deactivate the flow, make the change, and then activate.
Thank you. So let's see if this is going to help. Okay, selected, add yes. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Ahmad. You saved my life second time. So we have this telephony channel, and it shows that we already connected the OmniFlow to this bot, to this agent. So it's all great. Escalation. There's an escalation. We'll say it goes to another path. That's fine. Go ahead and enable the phone channel, so which is the important part, so that the bot knows it needs to respond to phone calls. So now that is being added. So let's activate once again. It's happening. It's happening. Yes. Okay. This time is a charm. I'm gonna dial in. Hi, can I work from home every day?
Hi, hybrid work policy requires local hybrid employees to work a minimum of 3 days per work week in the office. Fully remote work every day is not permitted under this policy. If you are considering flexible work hours or arrangements, you may need to discuss this with your manager or HR for approval. Let me know if you need more details.
Thank you. I have one more question. Which specific
Sure. What would you like?
which specific weekdays can I work from home?
The hybrid work policy requires local hybrid employees to work in the office at least 3 days per work week. The standard in-office days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, if you take time off on a standard in-office day, you must work 3 other days in the office during that same week. Fully remote work every week is not allowed under this policy. If you have specific circumstances or need clarification about your schedule, I recommend discussing it with your manager or HR. Let me know if you have more questions.
Thank you. That was more sarcastic than normal. We probably need to change the tone.
Understood. Let me know if there's anything else I can assist you with.
That's it for now.
Great. Have a wonderful day, and feel free to reach out if you have more questions in the future.
Certainly.
Sorry, I can't assist with that. I can help with questions related to AMC's hybrid work policy, including guidelines, eligibility, attendance rule, equipment support, and flexible hours. Let me know how I can assist.
Bye.
Take care, and have a great day.
Okay, so we had a great conversation with the AI. So that's today's Agentforce Voice Unboxing. Thank you everyone for joining the conversation.